Hi friends, this is today's Eating Coach Teresa Jones. Hope you're doing well today. Got just a new topic to share with you concerning favorite breakfast cereal, which is Cheerios. I want to shout out a big concern about Cheerios and what is going on with this product. I want to share that today in this topic, Cheerios, a big concern. The reason it is a big concern because of its content. So I want to get into that and share that with you today as a need of awareness. As Cheerios is promoted by the FDA to families concerning their children, it is promoted in a national program called WIC, W-I-C. It stands for Women, Infants, and Children. It is a program designed to help to promote good nutrition in the early stages of development for children. So this is for pregnant women, infants, and children. All right, up to 5 years of age. So this is important for us to know again what it is that is taking place concerning the foods that we consume. So we'll just go ahead and jump in to the program and what is transpiring here. All right, so I hope that I'm not too dark here, as it seems like I'm needing a little bit of light. So I'll try to make this as fast as possible. As a matter of fact, just let me get up and see if I can add a little bit more light, to our circumstance here. All right. So again, hold on just a second. And if this helps just a little bit, but we'll go ahead and jump into the topic today, which is about Cheerios, a big concern. Well, what is in Cheerios? The first thing I want to share is that there is what is called acrylamides. Acrylamides develop on foods when they are carbohydrates and they are cooked in high temperatures for long time, also even being in microwave or fried food again, or process or means of processing a food where it takes some extended time to process or to cook that carbohydrate. What forms in the carbohydrates is called acrylamides, and these are cancer causing. All right, so that is the main thing. Then what adds to it is that usually the cereal is packaged in plastics. Plastics also carry acrylamides in the linings of cans as well. So we get these things in a combined force when we consume Cheerios, because they come in a box, but the cereal itself is in plastic liner or plastic bag inside of the box. So we're getting more acrylamides through the addition, of the plastic. So knowing and understanding the importance of what is going on with the food is again what I want to share. So making sure that we understand again what is in the cereal. So last year for the cereal in General Mills, I found some staggering statistics, and here is what I found concerning the sales of the product. A total of $816.6 million was the sales amount for Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios last year. General Mills bought in for these two products alone. And for the Cheerios division, it makes up 23% of their capital for income for that, or profits rather, for that company. So just understanding what is being promoted here, for food is really important. And cancers linked to acrylamide poisoning include breast cancer, prostate cancer as well. And we are giving this, to our children. So the risks are high enough to attract attention from, from a private watchdog organization. And they began to release some public, some documents rather, to the public concerning acrylamide formation during cooking. So again, the claims of cancer and neurological damage that can come from consuming acrylamides is very important. And I want to say to you personally, cook your own food. That was the great thing that was lost with, again, the change in formation of family and the woman coming out of the home and being the homemaker. We consume so much food product that that comes from can, that is not made regularly. So we're getting this, in our foods. And so the consumption of that, I know that it should really raise this big concern that I'm sharing today about our health, our children's health, because this affects them in a great way. So what are some things naturally that can counter arrest acrylamides in the cereal? And one natural thing is called glutathione. Glutathione is a nutrient that can be found in these products, such as fresh garlic. It's fresh garlic, kale, green onions, broccoli, cauliflower. These have natural occurring sulfur in them, and this effectively deactivates the acrylamides. All right, so consuming these on a regular basis helps with the destruction of this cancer-causing substance that forms in these carbohydrate, made cereals. So we need to be aware of that, and also the fact that in the canned foods as well, that we should avoid them as much as possible because of the same thing being found in the can itself. And the other thing is, of course, the refined sugar. And I'm sure that you've heard sufficient enough about how dangerous refined sugar is. And refined sugar is a promoter of disease. It is a product that is stripped of all its natural nutrients, and it is highly addictive. That's why kids that like certain cereals, they don't want to eat anything else because of the high sugar content, and also the other things that are in it that attributes to the again, just negative results to the health. So sugar is definitely not something that we need to be consuming. White table sugar. And the next thing that I want to share is that the emulsifiers that are in the sugar, in the product. So the monoglycerides, these help to preserve the product for shelf life. And so they are actually hydrogenated oils. So hydrogenated oils are bad oils. And so we don't want to consume those at all, because they are very destructive, to our health. And these are additives, again, that are put in the food to preserve the shelf life of it. Again, I'm going to go to our next topic. And can I just add, before I even go there, about the hydrogenated oils? They are very harmful, and these are disguised trans fats, and these things are very bad for our health, that promote heart disease, diabetes, strokes, autoimmune diseases. And so just checking out the facts about this cereal is very, very important. And there is something that is called calcium carbonate in the cereal. And this is one of the other mysterious ingredients, found in package. So this is also in the Cheerios. And calcium carbonate is a synthetically isolated form of calcium derived from bones. It's derived from bones and stones and mollusks. It's commonly used in supplements and in most packaged foods as an inorganic salt. So this is a problem, because the products on the supermarket shelf, carry this type of product, again, for preservation of shelf life. So there ends up being calcium overdose, which can lead to different chronic diseases, again, different types of cancers, the calcification of arteries and heart attacks, ovarian cysts, oh my goodness, gallstones, kidney stones, and colon cancer. We should be getting our calcium from organic, unprocessed plant-based foods. And some of these foods include greens, spirulina, chlorella, whole untoasted sesame seeds, and many more. So it's important, to play it safe. And these vitamin E tocopherols in cereal, are they something that could be genetically modified? But these tocopherols are there to preserve the product as well. And they are not well absorbed by the body, so they become useless, as a nutrient in the body. And some of the companies use petroleum-based tocopherols to preserve the products. So we run risks of that being in the product. And tocopherols, again, are used to preserve a product, and they're likely going to be a soy, corn, or cottonseed oil. So, and all three of these are common products that are GMO based, or GMO period. So just thinking about the fact that there can be GMO products in here can be very frightening. So it is better to ingest cereals that have natural whole grain in their state, or just to eat nuts and seeds with fresh fruit would be better than consuming a product such as this. So the flavor enhancers are there as well, which are chemical based. So just understanding our alternatives is very, very important. And when we know what we're consuming, when we know what we're putting in our mouths, acrylamides, these sugar sources, emulsifiers, flavor enhancers, and inorganic salts, and tocopherols, when we think or take into consideration what it is we're putting in our mouth, we put ourselves and our children in great jeopardy, right? Physically, concerning our health. So think about Cheerios, the big concern. Is there a question mark for you there today after having heard this? And General Mills last year alone collected almost $817 million alone off of these two products. Just these two products. And I kid you not, their breakfast cereals sell in great quantity. I was truly shocked to see the amount of money that they had in profit from these the sales of their breakfast cereals. It is staggering. These two alone, $800 million, 800 million. And then these are not the top selling cereals that they have. Oh my God, it was the amount was staggering that they make on these cereals. And so this is getting close to, $1 trillion, close to $1 trillion. So that doesn't, again, they have many, many cereals. So they easily make over $1 trillion, $3 trillion, close to it on a yearly basis for their breakfast cereals. So I leave this information with you. Again, today's Eating Coach is available at 980-288-4051, or you may contact me on email or by email at teresajns3@gmail.com for my services for a free consultation. Please feel free to call me, and for any of the other coaching services that are available, and my books as well. I really appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in to the broadcast. I love you, and help yourself as I help you to help your health. All right, the last decision is yours. Have a great day, and thanks for tuning in.